Coming up this morning on Daybreak, we finish up our Hidden Histories series for the month of February.
And we'll tell you why people from all across the state came to Jefferson City to voice their opinion on a new bill.
We're living in a world of micro-credentials where everyone tries to distinguish themselves and show that they're doing more, that they're staying current, that they really do know what they're talking about.
We've got details on a new certification that could let science teachers stand out from the crowd. That's all this hour for you on Daybreak.
Good morning and welcome into the show. It's Monday, February 24th. I'm Lauren Barnes.
And I'm Joe Morano, as we are 1 hour down, one more to go to start off a fresh week.
You know, I took advantage of the sunshine on Saturday and did some shopping down at the outlet malls in Branson.
Nice.
And I have to say, I met a viewer who lives in Clever that wanted me to say hello to you. And of course, meteorologist Elisa Ratha is joining us this morning too. So hope you're tuning in and can see the shout out right now.
Yeah, very nice, right?
Yeah, love when people say hi out in the streets.
Yeah, good to have that, and hope that the deals were good for you.
Yeah, and all of our viewers can look forward to a special story Elisa has here in just a few minutes too.
Yeah, new teacher certification from the American Meteorological Society, kind of similar to what I have, so I'll explain it in a second. Yeah. But we still have some rain out there this morning. Aerial flood watches continue through about 6 o'clock for our Missouri counties this morning. So we still have that concern for flooding because we did get about an inch of rain overnight, particularly in this area stretching from Joplin over through Stockton over to Lake of the Ozarks. This arc here is where we got about an inch or two of rain overnight. There are some reports of flooded roads and also some rivers starting to swell in those rural areas. So just something to keep in mind. We've got wet roads in Branson. It's 46 degrees on some southerly winds. We've got the showers continuing to pull through this morning. Again, in those areas that are already had some of that rain on the overnight, we've got some moderate to heavy rain from Cole Camp over to Lake of the Ozarks and Camdenton, and then we've got some heavier downpours near Lamar as well, and Nevada just to the north of Joplin. Temperatures this morning are in the 40s. We'll keep some wet roads as we head through the afternoon because those showers will linger. We'll keep temperatures also pretty mild in the 50s by dismissal. You'll want to just grab the umbrellas as you head out the door. We have to talk about this severe risk as well. Details in 10 minutes.
New for you this morning, we highlight hidden histories in the Ozarks one final time.
Color 10's Nija McDonald joins us this morning to share the story of a local trailblazer who's using her platform to impact our community and youth specifically. Nija?
Well, good morning, Lauren and Joe. Sarah Hassan works for the Boys and Girls Club of Springfield. Hassan says the organization allows her to touch the lives of at-risk youth, which is something Hassan tells me she doesn't take for granted. Sarah Hassan is a unit director for the Boys and Girls Clubs of Springfield.
And I really feel like we have an impact on the kids that we work with, and to be here for 4 years and kind of see that impact is really exciting to me.
Hassan says representation matters.
When I was that age, I could have really used someone that looked like me, kind of spoke like me in the position that I'm in now.
One reason she tells me she doesn't take her role lightly.
I really understand the impact that I have on the kids that we work with, so I make sure that anything that I'm saying or anything that I'm speaking to them is positive.
I can trust her, that anything I tell her is like confidential.
There was one time when I was struggling with severe depression and stuff, Sarah was there to help me out.
She says the organization may serve at-risk youth, but
they're just like any other kid. They've just experienced and seen a lot more at such a young age, so they've had to be that way to kind of go in survival mode and make it.
Hassan says
as soon as you kind of gain that trust and you know, you kind of let them know, hey, I'm here for you and I'm here for you in the right way. I'm on your side. You'll really see that attitude shift.
She says it's important to show the children she serves that there's more to life.
The opportunities that we provide for them here are not given to them otherwise. We'll do ballet classes. A lot of them will have the opportunity to play sports. Opportunities that might be given to other kids are not given to the kids that we have.
When asked what she wanted her legacy to be, Hassan says,
it's not about me. It's a lot bigger than me. I've been given, a lot of cool opportunities, so turning around and making sure that the kids that we work with have those same opportunities, given to them.
Well, you can visit our website at ozarksfirst.com to hear more on all of my hidden history pieces from this month.
Nigel McDonald this morning. Mayor Ken McClure officially declared yesterday as a day of mourning to remember the life of public servant and former Evangel president Dr. Robert Spence. You might remember Spence died Wednesday after suffering from a stroke. People came to remember Spence at a memorial service held in the Spence Chapel that he helped build on Evangel's campus. Just 2 weeks ago, the mayor had given Spence a key to the city. Spence served on a number of boards and committees here in Springfield and also served at Evangel for 40 years, just retiring as president in 2014.
A person has died after a one-vehicle crash in Springfield yesterday on Division and Johnston Avenue. The car was traveling west but crossed the lane into eastbound traffic and hit a utility pole. The passenger was ejected. Both the passenger and the driver were taken to a hospital. That's where the passenger died, and the driver suffered non-life-threatening injuries. No names are released as of now, and we still don't know the cause of the accident.
Here's some political coverage for your Monday morning. A bill in the Missouri House would require transgender student athletes to play on sports teams with the gender assigned to them at birth. People from all across the state travel to Jefferson City to voice their opinions in a public hearing. People against the bill say it could increase suicide rates among trans students. They also say there's already a governing body with rules when it comes to Missouri public school athletics. That's the Missouri State High School Activities Association, which has some guidelines for trans students who want to play high school sports. Minority Floor Leader Crystal Quaid told us the conversation last week was emotional for her to listen to.
If this was to go into effect, you would have young trans children who would, for instance, be going to school all day long as a boy, you know, as the gender that they are going by, and say they're using the preferred name. Everyone at school refers to them as a boy, and then they would go and play on the girls' sports team afterward.
The House bill was proposed by Republican Representative Robert Ross, but there's also a similar one in the state Senate. The Senate bill sponsor, Republican State Senator Cindy O'Loughlin, said this in January.
And then I started seeing in the news where across the country you had women who were being beat by biologically born men in big competitions, and I thought, you know, I just don't think people think that's right. I want to be supportive of all people, but I want things to be fair.
That version would be a constitutional amendment, meaning the decision would be sent to voters to approve or not.
We have some education coverage for you this morning. Local science teachers have a new opportunity for a new certification that could let them stand out from others, highlighting academic achievements in the classroom.
Meteorologist Elisa Raffa is here to explain how the American Meteorological Society kicked off its centennial year with our local teachers in mind.
That's right. You see it next to my name every day. AMS certified broadcast meteorologist. It's that thing right there. The American Meteorological Society has been certifying meteorologists, both broadcast and consulting, since the 1950s. A certification from them is a gold standard set by the premier society advancing weather, water, and climate science. Well, the certified AMS teacher is a new program launched for K through 12 teachers. It aims to strengthen the connection from teachers to the atmospheric science community. Maureen McCann is both a certified broadcast and consulting meteorologist who helped launch the new program.
There's going to be such a great opportunity for teachers to be able to network with other teachers who are already engaged in promoting science literacy, and also within the local communities. The AMS is a global organization, but there also are local chapters around the country.
Certification two ways. One with a transcript showing a degree in atmospheric or related science and a recent lesson plan, or with the completion of 2 AMS courses they're taken at a master's level for graduate credit. Project Atmosphere and Project Ocean are 2 6-week online summer courses with travel grants provided for 1 week on location. Project Atmosphere is held just up the road in Kansas City, and Project Ocean focuses on marine sciences in Chesapeake Bay, Maryland. DataStream are 3 13-week fall and spring courses offered online in atmosphere, ocean, and climate sciences. Wendy Abshire is the AMS Education Program Director, and she says it's a great way to stay current with the latest science.
They find a lot of creative ways to bring their experience in our courses into their classroom, not just even during their science segment. It might be in a business segment, or it might be in an English section where they're writing a creative writing. So we welcome all teachers into our courses.
The AMS is looking for your feedback as more teachers become certified. I put the links to both the CAT application and the education courses with this story on ozarksfirst.com. Plus, of course, I'm tracking your weather. We do have some wet roads out there this morning with some showers moving through. The latest on aerial flood warnings coming up next.
From Color 10 Ozarks First, Lauren Barnes, Joe Morano, and weather with meteorologist Elisa Raffa. This is Color 10 News Daybreak.